Not again.
Egg full.
All men and all horses, save him.
Egg crack. Yes, sir. Hurry. First.
Man, pick him up.
Who would have thought that he was hollow? Maybe someone blew him out. Grab that old fellow.
Didn't you mean egg?
Sorry.
Lost as always, and so oblivious. I was worried you wouldn't get it.
Oh, graduate.
Excuse me, miss. I need this.
Takes a shard from her hand.
You were gone too long, and he'll be good soon.
Who will be gone? What happened?
You'll understand everything the right time, but for now get moving and watch where you step.
She falls.
Alice, thank goodness you're finally here. Is that girl again?
Don't be nice to her, she's late.
Am I here at the wrong time?
Quite the opposite. We were afraid when it come.
Do you have a problem?
This is the problem.
Points to a drumming of a hat.
Hatter's problem. Problematic hatter style.
Boys,
Rolls her eyes.
Yes, madam.
They mutter. The Hatter? Yes. Oh no, it's his talent that makes him who he is.
But he's turned dark, less gentle, and quite unpleasant too.
and none of our tricks can cheer him up anymore. We hoped you might help us save him.
What happened?
There was a big storm when we went to explore the shaggy forest. Come on, for legs, fetch. The hatter was really cheerful, but then he found a little blue paper hat. It somehow reminded him of that tragic night when his whole family died. They were all killed by the Jabberwock when it came upon them several years ago.
He's just not himself anymore.
But if anything can help him is your conversation with him.
Yes.
Well, and where is he? Alice knocks on the door.
Go away, no entry allowed.
Hatter, it's me, Alice.
Alice, it's you. Oh, you're here. Is it really you or no?
Yes, it's me.
Good. You're the one and only. Oh, you've always been the only one. And that's why I know you believe me now.
I missed you.
This is about my family.
Your family?
Yes, my family. They've been dead for years, or maybe not. Look, I found this, the first hat I ever made. I thought my father had thrown it away. It's impossible that it's here, yet here it is. If this little hat survived, then maybe my family did too.
But Hatter?
I thought I wasn't worthy of their heads. My father was a strict man, we argued, and I never had chance to make amends. But this means I can make it right.
Hatter, but your family...
I think you believe me, don't you?
I'd like to, but... Hatter falls on the chair. Hatter, what's wrong with you? What can I do?
Of course, my Alice would surely bring my family back to me.
But Hatter, your family's gone. They died a long time ago. You told me yourself. No one can bring them back.
No one, but you could.
I'm sorry, but it's impossible. His face turned dark and he became heartless.
You are not you.
Hatter, please.
Get out. I don't know who you are. You're not my Alice. My Alice would believe me.
Hatter slams the door. Hatter, please! We must do something. He's so terribly ill. I think he's dying.
Oh my god, Alice, he can't.
He said to make him better, I must bring his family back. But that cannot be.
Unless it could.
Everyone's shocked.
Unless there was a way.
Oh, no.
What is it?
It is dangerous, perilous, it's too much to ask.
But what is it?
You must draw back into time.
Oh, no.
Go back in the past and save your Petra's family.
If the hatter's delusion is made true, then he would be made well again.
Go back in the time? But how?
The chronosphere.
The chronosphere that so discovered the grand clock of all the time. Legend has it as well as on travel across the ocean time.
None of us can use it because we already been in the past. And if your past self see your future self,
What happened?
there's no history of happening. But it is said that if it happens to everything will be history.
That sounds very dangerous.
It is extremely so.
Because you're not from here. Only you can do it, Alice.
It's not impossible, merely unimpossible.
Gotcha.
Hatter is my truest friend. If he's in need, I will help him, no matter what.
So brave. I knew she'd help us.
Where exactly is this chronosphere?
In this hands of the time, it is.
I'm sorry, time is a he?
He lives in the world of infinity. In case of interest, around here 1 mile past in Pencil.
Grandfather clock opens.
Very cool.
Find Time's castle, borrow the chronosphere, travel back into the horror Mendes day, save the Hatter's family from being killed, and thereby save the Hatter.
And try not to become the past, present, or future.
Sure.
I was only trying to help.
What could go wrong? Alice walked through the grandfather clock.
Farfaren, Alice.
Hatter's counting on you.
We all are.
Alice found Time Castle. Alice jumped on the clock and slipped on the clock's hand. Anybody here? Hello? A second is to the time. Alice noticed him and hides.
Oh, it's a girl.
Please, I'm sorry to disturb you. If I could just have a moment of your time. Time chuckles.
Time. Young lady, I am time, the infinity, the eternal, the immortal, the immeasurable. Unless you have a clock. So being time, I must give some of myself for you to have me. Are you following what I'm saying?
Yes.
Really? Oh, do you promise to be concise?
Well, I cannot.
Because if there is one thing I do not like, it's people who are unable, unwilling, or uncompelled to form short sentences.
My friend is in mortal danger.
Enough of your insane jabbering. I have important work to do.
Please, you haven't answered my question.
1 minute. Why do you carry that fallen soldier in your pocket? Reveal him now. He's broken. Kaput.
It was my father's. I would never part with it.
Everyone parts with everything eventually, my dear.
Time walked away.
Behold, the magnificent grand clock of all time. He is me and I am he.
He opened his coat to reveal the clock he had in his chest.
And all that was, or even shall I thought upon that poem. Come on. So your question, what is it? You have exactly 1 minute.
It's about the Hatter. Torrent Hightop, he's a go-kate friend of mine and recently convinced that his long-lost deceased family is still alive, and of course his family cannot be alive because of the Jabberwocky. He sped up the time by the clock wires on his chest. In a flash, Alice stated the problem that she was facing in Wallace, chronosphere, making the time hold.
The chronosphere.
He stated. That wasn't a minute. She jabbed.
You want to borrow it, learn it, combine it.
He inquired. Yes.
You asked to disintegrate history, the chronosphere powers the grand clock.
But I need it. Without it, the Hatter may never get better, and I have to... The time kicked Alice out of his castle. Thank you for your use, sir.
My what?
Your time?
Young lady, you cannot change the past, but I dare say you might learn something from it.
Alice walks away.
Oh, this generation.
Red Queen came out of her room. Tick-tock, where are you? Tick-tock, where are you?
Come in, my love.
Present.
Of course, my darling. May I say that your head is looking very, very big today?
Shakes with a hand for a present.
I present you with a gift made entirely out of love and also a little bit of metal and wood. Of course, I know how you love tiny things, huh?
I'll treasure it forever. Oh God. The wasted queen sat on a chair. Red Queen started crying. Alice walked into the chamber and discovered the most biggest clock ever. The chronosphere.
What troubles you, my dear?
You know what it is that I desire.
But my love, I have done so much for you already.
Yes, that's all very well, but don't you see that with my big brain and your little chronosphere, I could get even with my sister, and we could rule the past, the present, and the future. Alice jumps on the big clock's hand.
You ask the impossible, my dear. I cannot give you the chronosphere.
You would if you loved me. No one loves me. No one fears me.
But I do love you. Kiss.
Alice leaped onto the clock, running toward the chronosphere that was shining brightly, attracting her. She began walking towards the chronosphere, getting mesmerized with each step. As she got a hold of the chronosphere, the whole castle shook and sent a shining light through the top.
The grand clock.
He muttered as his clock shook. Time began running to the chronosphere desperately, forming a huge monster out of his minions. 7 seconds into minutes.
Alice then began to run away as the monster followed her behind closely. "Tick-tock, don't abandon me while I'm sulking," she explained, holding her head and dressed while running. As Alice was close to being captured, she managed to escape by sliding down the ladder. She fell off, causing her to drop the chronosphere, opening the time machine. He whimpered in agony. "What's the matter with you?"
The chronosphere!
he exclaimed. "Alice," she whispered in shock.
No! Stop her! Stop her, you imbeciles!
She pulled the lever, making her appear in a whole new universal timeline.